And here I am at a Catholic church right here in LA County. Now there's a few hundred churches, Catholic churches in LA County, hundreds of them. But this is one of them, and as you can see, the cross is at the very top above a pine tree, and that's not the way it should be. Unfortunately, man does not control the planet. He does not control God, and on Memorial Day, the truth of why we should celebrate Memorial Day has very little, but quite significant to do with the veterans, the U.S. veterans, our veterans. There's tons of people in the United States of America who risked their lives, who died, who suffered horribly, and most of them had nothing to do with our government, the U.S. military, the armed forces, the law enforcement. They were regular citizens. They never got acknowledged, and they died building our country up. So this Memorial Day movie is about the truth about as to why we should celebrate Memorial Day, and only part of it, a small part of it, has to do with the U.S. government and armed forces who passed away. Unfortunately, I'm saying this is because I have many small and big armed forces relatives that passed away in my family and who worked for the governments, and the war overseas did not happen the way they said it did. The war was in those people who enlisted. The war was in themselves, and that was their prison. That was their conditioning, their behavioral modification. That was their prison system, so they could work for the government when they came back to the States. Those wars, most of them did not exist. They were there to build up the United States government personnel, to give them jobs, and to help those countries build up their infrastructure overseas. I lived overseas in many countries. I did not ever work for the government. I was never enlisted. I was actually rejected because I lied in my application, and I was also a little too old and too educated already at university. So the Memorial Day is not fair. There are so many people who died and suffered at the hands of our government and the Catholic Church, as you can see, because of their lies and greed. The Catholic Church is part of our government. It is the only church in the United States of America that is actually literally a government agency, and to be honest with you, I would not ever want to eat their food. I grew up in a Catholic family, and I had nothing but bad experiences from outside Catholic people who evil-eyed my family, and they were also in the armed forces, and they are liars. Unfortunately, they are narrow-minded, racist, greedy little liars when they come back, and they end up contributing to the problem with their consumerism, material needs, and their laziness. Whatever they did overseas, they didn't contribute a lot here. Stay with your own people the way you have been. This is Vandee Digitalis.